Today I'd like to talk a little bit about the squishy RGB LED controller. And what that stands for is RGB, red, green, blue, LED, light emitting diode controller. And what an RGB LED controller lets you do is it allows you to make any color using one of those three. And so here's how it works with squishy circuits. Here I have an Arduino board. Now an Arduino board is a microprocessor or a really small computer. And you can enter commands into it or code using a computer. Okay, so now we take that code, we load it into the microprocessor. And here I have a breadboard. It has 3 different resistors. And it looks like there's a whole bunch of wires here, and there's a couple, but it's not that complicated. The schematics are on the website in the Building Circuits section under the RGB LED controller. And here I have 3 different pieces of conductive dough. And what this is doing is it's acting like a potentiometer. And what a potentiometer is a variable resistor. And basically, if you think of this as a pipeline for electricity to go through, if we would make it smaller, or like a smaller pipe, it'd be harder for the electricity to go through, increasing the resistance. And that's going to change the brightness of the bulb. So for example, if I were to snap this in half, the red one's going to go out because electricity can't go through that pipe. Same with the green, same with the blue. Likewise, you can put them back together, but we can make them, I'm just going to leave the red one on. We can make it harder for the electricity to go through by making the path more narrow. So if we stretch this out, you see how it's getting more dim, and eventually it'll go out. And then we can slowly push it back together, and it's going to get brighter. So that's the basics of the RGB LED controller using squishy circuits. Now I'm going to put this piece of plastic up, and this is just a diffuser. It helps the light spread out a little bit better so the color is more real. And I'm going to push this down. Now when we take a look where all 3 colors are mixing, we see a white light. And that's because when red, blue, and green light meet each other and mix, they make white. And we can change the intensity of any of the colors using our squishy circuits. And that lets you change the color. So for example, let's say we wanted to make purple. We can take the green snake here, and we can slowly make it thinner. Remember, we're thinking of this as a pipe, so if the pipe is smaller, less electricity can get through. So we'll make it smaller. You know what, let's just get rid of it completely, and we'll just break it into 2 pieces. So now the green light is off completely. You can see we have a little bit more purple, but let's actually take the red light and make that a little bit thinner. And now we have a little bit darker of a color purple. And that looks like a good shade. So we'll put it back, put the green light back on. Now we're back to a whitish hue. Let's say we wanted to make blue. We can actually just get rid of the green, get rid of the red, and now we have blue. If we want to just have the green, now we just have the green. Like I said, you can make really any color in this matter. And this is how TVs and computer monitors work. So when these 3 lights are grouped together, it's called a pixel. And so you may have heard that. And when you take lots of these pixels and you make them small, and you put them in rows, you can make images and pictures that actually look very clear. So if you ever get up really close to a TV, for example, you might be able to see these more individual pixels or more individual colors. You just sit far enough away that you don't notice. So thank you for watching. I hope this was an interesting video. If you have any questions, let us know, and we will be sure to answer them. All of the schematics, instructions, and the code are on the website, stthomas.edu/squishy circuits, and they are underneath the Building Circuits tab.